Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to completely reframe how you might think about research. We're calling it godly research. And trust me, it's all about turning what can feel like a chore into a real quest for wisdom.
So I want you to forget everything you think you know about research. You know, the dusty textbooks, the late-night cramming. Instead, I have a question for you. Are you ready for an adventure? Because that's exactly what this can be.
And that's really the core idea here. The big mindset shift. We're not just talking about another school project. Nope. We are gearing up for something way bigger, way more exciting. A genuine quest for wisdom.
That's right. Our first section is all about this quest for wisdom. It's so much more than just finding a bunch of facts. We're going to explore how to actually grow in understanding, how to find what's true, and then how to share it with real purpose.
Now, you can't go on a quest without a map, right? Well, this is ours. We're going to walk through 5 key steps for godly research. Think of it as our guide to make sure we stay on the right track.
Okay, so here's a quick look at the whole map. It's a simple 5-step journey. We'll start by asking a really strong question, then we'll find reliable sources, gather our facts, put what we've learned into our own words, and finally, share it all clearly. Every single step is important, so let's break them down.
All right, step 1. This is all about getting your direction straight. You have to start with a strong question. Think of it like a compass for your quest. A really good question isn't just a simple what, it's a why or a how. When your question is clear, specific, and actually meaningful to you, it sets a powerful tone for the whole adventure.
Okay, next up, every good explorer needs a trustworthy map, and that's what step 2 is all about. Finding reliable sources. I mean, you wouldn't head into the wilderness with a map from 100 years ago, would you? It's the same with research. You want to look for sources that are current, helpful, and actually come from experts.
And now we get to the really fun part. Step 3 is where you get to gather your facts. I like to think of this as collecting little gems of knowledge. As you find these cool discoveries, just jot down some short, organized notes. You know, bullet points, key phrases, whatever helps you keep track of all the treasure you're finding.
Okay, this next step is huge. Step 4 is where you truly make that treasure your own. We're talking about paraphrasing. This is not about just copying and pasting the gems you found. No way. It's about understanding them so deeply that you can explain them in your own voice. That, right there, is how simple information turns into real understanding.
And that brings us to the final step. Step 5, share clearly. I mean, think about it. What's the point of finding an amazing treasure if you just keep it buried? This is your chance to let your light shine. When you present what you found with real clarity and honesty, you're not just informing people, you're honoring the truth you worked so hard to uncover.
Okay, so we've got the map. Now it's time for you to chart your own course. In this next part, we're going to create a little mini research plan to take this whole quest idea and make it real.
And check this out. What's so great about this is how simple it makes things. Before you even start, you lay it all out. What are you curious about? That's your topic. What's the one specific question you want to answer? Where are you going to look for those answers? And what are, say, 3 key facts you think you might find? This little table right here keeps your whole quest focused and organized right from the get-go. So, we've covered the how, but you know what's just as important? The why. That's what this next section, the treasure of truth, is all about. We're going to dig into why this quest actually matters so much. It's all about the purpose behind the process.
And this verse, wow, it really gets to the heart of what we're doing. Proverbs 18:15 says, "The ears of the wise seek it out." You see, wisdom isn't something that just falls into our laps. It's an active pursuit. Wise people are always seeking, always on a quest for more knowledge and deeper understanding.
So that leads to a pretty important question, right? If we're on this quest, what's the actual treasure we're looking for? Is it just to get a task done? Or is it something a little more profound?
Well, here's the answer. The real treasure, it's not just a pile of facts. It's about growing in wisdom. It's about discovering what's true. It's learning how to communicate really well. And maybe the best part, it's about being able to bless other people with the knowledge you've gained.
And you know, this whole idea is rooted so deeply in Scripture. In 2 Timothy, we're told to study to show yourself approved. And that doesn't just mean getting an A from a teacher. It's this incredible idea that God actually values our study because it helps us grow in our faith and become more helpful to the people around us. Which, leads us perfectly into our final section, learn to lead. This is where it all comes together.
This is where we see how turning all that knowledge into real wisdom can have a huge impact on the world.
I mean, just look at this progression. People who learn the truth, they become wise leaders. It's a cycle, right? They ask, they seek, they write, they share, and the result of all that action, others are blessed. That's the real impact we're talking about.
If you take away one thing, let it be this. It all boils down to this one powerful idea. When your research has a real purpose, it becomes wisdom that has a real impact.
So let's wrap this all up. At the end of the day, remember this. True education isn't just about getting smarter. It's about building your mind and your character at the same time. Because when those two things come together, that's when you're truly ready to go out and make a positive impact on the world. So, my question for you is, what quest are you going to start today?